some time ago across Central America, about 50 years ago, there was an evangelist, and I'm closing. And his name was Daniel Green. He dreamed one night that he died. And he went up to heaven. And when he got to the gate, the caretaker come out and said, "Who art thou that's approaching this gate?" He said, "I'm Daniel Green." He said, "I was a great American evangelist. I've helped save thousands of souls." But just a moment, sir. And he went in, looked at the book. He said, "I don't have your name, Mr. Green." Oh, he said, "Surely you have my name." He said, "No, it's not here." He said, "Well, what can I do?" He said, "You might appeal your case to the great white throne judgment, if you desire to. That's the only hope you have." He said, "Well, if that's my only hope, I must take it." And said he felt himself moving, and he went through space for some time. After a while, he began to get lighter, and lighter he got, slower he began to go. And finally, he come to a standstill. There was no certain place the light was coming from, but it was just everywhere. And he heard a voice. He said, "Oh, what a place to stand in." And he heard a voice saying, "Daniel Green, I hear that you've appealed your case to my judgment bar." He said, "Yes, Lord, I have appealed my case to your justice." He said, "I will judge you then according to my laws." He said, "Daniel Green, did you ever tell a lie when you were on earth?" He said, "If I thought I'd been anything, would have been a truthful man. But said, in the presence of that light, I seen where I had said things that wasn't right." He said, "Yes, Lord, I did. I lied." He said, "Then, Daniel Green, did you ever steal?" He said, "I thought I'd been honest. But in the presence of that great light, I've seen a many little shady deal I pulled. And so will you and I. It might be all right sitting here in this school auditorium. It might be all right out there in your church, but in the presence of that light, there will be things that you have forgot about a long time will come up before you. There'll be a little time when you said, that bunch of holy rollers, I had nothing to do with it. You forgot it a long time ago, but it's still there. Lives on. Oh, I think it's nonsense. I think it's a mental telepathy. It'll meet you at that judgment bar. Sure will. How you judge him, you'll be judged there. And then he said, a voice came forth and said, "Daniel Green, was you perfect when you were in life?" Oh, he said, "No, Lord, I was a long ways from being perfect." Said, "I was expecting to hear the glass come forth, 'Depart from me, you horrible sinner.' And said, felt like that every bone in me was coming apart. And I was listening to hear that great flash and to see myself sink into a devil's hell." Said, "I heard the sweetest voice I ever heard in my life." And said, "When I turned to look, I saw the sweetest face I ever saw." Said, "No mother's voice and face could ever look so sweet." And said he walked up close to me, put his arm around me, and he said, "Father, that is true. Daniel Green was not perfect on earth, but there's one thing he did do. When he was on earth, he stood for me. And now here I stand for him. Oh, God, let that be me tonight. And all my mistakes and all, let me stand for him. For that day I'll need him to stand for me." I wonder tonight if you were dying sinner friend, who would stand for you? Your pastor can, your mother can, or some saint